All right, but we are good. Today is Thursday, January 24th. Let's talk about another great day in this market. What have we been seeing? What's going on? And as you guys already know, it's been a fun one. I am currently up on my trade so far, 4 for 4 on the day. And with that being said, here is my P&L on the day, making that a little bit bigger. We have $1,259. So $1,259 profit. It's currently 10:40 in the morning. Not a bad salary if you ask me. With that being said, I believe I just crossed $20,000, or I'm just about to cross. Yesterday was, I believe, my second red day in the market. Yesterday, I took a $300 loss. But what's so great about this, guys, is how big my wins are compared to my losses. I think I've had 2 red days so far. One red day was about $600, and the other red day was yesterday, $300. But everything else has been $2,500, $3,000, $1,200, $800. So it's been, very consistent. The trades that I got into, as you guys can see, have been VTVT, have been CAPR, and have been BLNK. All right, and a lot of the trades that I have been diving into also have been, quick little scalps. All right, this is the last trade. This trade didn't really work out as well as I wanted to. I only went from 307, basically 308, and got out at 308, 309. So I basically broke even on that one. Barely made anything. But I did have about 3 other trades before this, which led to this very nice profit and was led to this very solid gain. So let's break down today. Let's talk about each one of these trades. And let's talk about why, why I'm making this money, right? We've been seeing a lot of people be able to make some nice profit, but these are the people that are making nice profit that have been doing what? That have been studying, the people that have been working hard, the people that have been putting in the effort, right? You don't get paid unless you put in work, right? No one's going to come up to you and say, here's $200, here, have it for free, enjoy it, right? No one's going to come up to you and say, here, take all my money. Right? If someone ever drove up to you and was like, hey, you want this Lamborghini? You'll be like, yeah, I do. But, has that ever happened before? Not really. You got to work for what you have, right? You got to work for what you have. So, that's extremely, extremely important. Now, with that being said, guys, let's talk about, the plays that I got into. So first one I got into was CAPR, right? CAPR, this is the first stock. And you may be saying this doesn't, look very profitable at this time. CAPR does not look very profitable at this time. So when did I make money on this? I made money on CAPR right here. The early bird gets the worm, guys. The early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the rip. The early bird is going to be able to get the spike, right? And that's why I always wake up at 6:30 in the morning. My broker opens up at 7. I want to be prepared. I want to be ready for these. So what happened on CAPR? CAPR right here, this stock came out with a press release right at 7 a.m. And what do I see right here? This is showing significant improvements, right? Significant improvements. So what do we have right here? We have our hot keyword list, right? Keywords to look for. And one of these keywords, a 2-star word right here under the Thunderbolt, great, right? If you're playing sports and, you have a very bad, let's say, kid on your team, but you see he's improving. That's always a good thing to know. So we have significant improvements. So not only, are they just improving, but they have important improvements. So I woke up early in the morning and I say to myself, what? I see significant improvements. And I say to myself, that's a good keyword, meaningful. Let me go ahead and pull the trigger on this one, see if it gets any sort of nice rip. Right? See if this gets any sort of nice rip. So CAPR already opened up at 75 cents. I bought 5,000 shares at 93 cents. Because this stock broke 90 cents and it was having a little trouble at 90 cents at first. So it broke through 90 cents. That's where I pulled the trigger. And then it ripped all the way up towards a high of 115. I didn't hold anywhere near a high of 115, but I was still able to make about $360 on that trade. So it was pretty nice. And that's just from what, guys? That is literally just from waking up early. And I talk about that all the time. I talk about that all the time. I'll put that keyword list back on up after... after I'm done with the recap, or again, email me at dekmartrades@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. But how did I find CAPR? CAPR, guys, I live stream. I send the live stream out every single day on Tradecaster. Just log on to tradecaster.com, and what do I have? I have it sitting right here in our chat room. So what do I do every single day? I put it up around 6:50, and then all the news comes down. And right here, you got your BLNK news, right here. Again, the stock is just sitting here, and then it comes on through, and we have our 7 o'clock news comes right on through, and right when our 7 o'clock news comes on through, we have CAPR. So, you know, again, all you got to do is wake up early. But people don't want to wake up early. Why don't people want to wake up early? Well, Deck, I don't like waking up early. I want to sleep. You know, I like to sleep. I live on the West Coast. You know, if I don't sleep at least until 9 o'clock, I get very cranky. And on top of that, I need a coffee. And boy, you don't want to see me cranky. It's like, I'm not trying to be mean at all. But grow up. You know, it's like, you know, you want to get paid? Wake up, right? You know, people want everything given to you. It's like, wake up a little bit. You know, you're fine. You know, go to sleep a little earlier if you got to. So, you know, CAPR, you know, this was a nice play if you were just awake for it, you know, which went on this beautiful rip. CAPR, you know, absolutely great. With that being said, you know, what else are we going to be looking at? My next trade that I got into was, I believe, BLNK. And BLNK, this was going to be the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted to really get my big breakout on it. And you could see BLNK went from 240 all the way up to 295. Now, let me tell you guys something. I had 11,000 shares in this play. 11,000 shares? Jeepers, mister, you must have banked. No, I didn't on this play. And why didn't I bank on this play? Because I was in right at 8 o'clock. So basically what we had right here on BLNK, this stock came out with a press release at 6 a.m. and then it repeated the press release at 8 o'clock. And BLNK, the reason I got in on this, it's not the biggest press release in the world. It says it's going to be equipped at the next IKEA. They basically have charging stations, BLNK, and they are saying, hey, when this IKEA is being built, they're going to be putting their charging stations in it. So that's good. It's a solid press release. Why else would I buy the stock? It was a previous top gainer. It already had a lot of volume. It already had a lot of hype. It has a squeeze pattern between the 13 EMA and the 50-day moving average. And then on top of that, the stock is a lower float stock, not that low in float, but again, it's a lower float play at around 10 million. So this is a stock I still wanted to keep my eyes on. It was a stock that had a squeeze, a top gainer yesterday, decent float, and we're in a hot penny stock market with the little press release that it had. Again, not the most amazing one, but with the good press release that I had, I said, okay, I'm going to load up on this one. So what did I do? I hopped in on BLNK this morning with 11,000 shares, and I believe I have that. Let me see. Let me get it for you. So I hopped in on this play with 11,000 shares this morning, and I'm saying to myself, oh boy, this is the one I really want to bank with. Nope, that was yesterday. This is today, I believe. So CAPR, yeah, BLNK. Oh wait, I believe it's actually this one. No, it is that one. All right, so BLNK today. This was the one I started hopping in on. And I got in, as you can see, right at 806. So I got in 806, and you can see it's all the way at like 232 right here. 232, not really the biggest rip in the world on BLNK. So, 232, I'm getting in, and I buy 11,000 shares at 806 in the morning. So we have it right here, BLNK at 806 in the morning. It went on a quick little climb, but then it didn't do anything until about 9:20. But the thing is, I sold after the stock came back down towards around 233. I was still able to make a few $100s on this play. I made $300 on BLNK because BLNK again went on a quick rip. It did hold up around 240. It was all the way up to 238. So I was able to lock in some shares out of my 11,000. But the reason I didn't hold this play until the start of the day is because again, it's not easy to hold 11,000 plus shares. What happens? You do get a little emotional. Right? Oh wow! If this stock falls, I'm going to lose a lot of profit. I could have a $1,000, $2,000 loss if this thing starts coming back on down. Right? So you definitely got to be careful on that. You definitely got to be careful on those type of plays. In this case, if I kept on holding, BLNK went on a beautiful rip, and it was just as I thought. Why was the stock going to go on a nice rip? Why was the stock going to go on a nice climb? Hot penny stock market conditions, good press release, decent float. Previous top gainer, nice squeeze between the 13 EMA and 50-day moving average. I thought a lot of people would be aware of this play. And it did happen. I was just a little early to the party. So I'd rather be early than late though, right? Same exact thing, for any stock. I'd much rather be early to the party, get in on it, then it break out maybe a little bit later than I thought, rather than miss the whole entire breakout and not make any money. Same exact thing if you go to a regular party. I'd rather be early than late. Going to a party late, it's like, oh, I'll go fashionably late. It's like, I would much rather go early. Especially imagine you and your friends going out to, let's say, a bar or a club or whatever you guys like to do at night, on weekends. If you show up at like 3 in the morning, you walk in and everyone's leaving because it's about to close. It's like, you never want to be late. Being late is never fun. Being late, it just looks bad. So always go early. Go, early when you go out to places. Go early when you got into stocks. Go early. All right? You're going to be much better. So with that being said, that was a good play. Unfortunately, I got out a little too early, so I didn't get the big run up, but I was still pretty happy with it. Now, my other play today, VTVT, I bought 12,000 shares on this one, and this was another nice play on VTVT. So VTVT, I bought 12,000 shares at this dip buy right here. It came on down towards 302, spiked right on up towards 315. 12,000 shares. I was able to make a nice amount of bank on that. So I was able to make just about $700 on that, bringing my total profit to about $1,200 on the day. With the other 300, 700, and there was it was like 750, 350, 340, all around those areas. And that's when I was able to make that $1,200. So not too shabby, not too bad. Pretty happy with everything we're seeing so far. And where was that? Yep, here's again my total profit. So I had 310 on BLK, CAPR was 255, and then VTVT was 694. Okay, so again, those are my exact entries, or my exact profits, $1,259. As always, again, I just always want to say this because I know there's always some people out there. I just want to, what do we have right here? This is, as you guys know, my account number. Just so you guys see that. So, this is not paper trading at all. This is real money that I accidentally just, crossed off my account number. But, you guys can see that right there. Obviously I put some stars in it so you guys can't have it. But, paper trading, you don't have account number or anything. This is my real money and real money I'm making. So I just want to, go over VTVT. Now, why VTVT? Why did this play? Why was this such a good play? Well, this stock, VTVT, didn't have any news today, but this stock has just been setting itself up for greatness. Not only are we in a very hot penny stock market, as you guys already know, but VTVT, what we have right here is a previous big spike, right? Big spike, previous big spike is going to show us that we are going to be able to see a big time spike in the future. The past chart shows us what we can do in the future. So people get excited when we see a big spike. Not only did this have a big spike here, but this is also a big spike. $1 all the way up to 350 or right around that area. That gets traders happy. Not only is this stock building higher lows, but guess what this play does? Not only is this stock building higher lows, but this stock is also, again, building lower highs. So if we have a big time spike and we have higher lows and lower highs, what pattern does that form? All right, well, let's see. We have a big time spike. Now we have higher lows and we have lower highs. That set itself up. What does that look like? Looks a lot like a bull flag pattern, if you ask me, where the stock could do what next? It could start going on that rip and that nice run to the upside. Stock goes on a nice pop, gets formed inside here, gets a nice pop and a nice move. So really, again, all we're looking for in VTVT is that this is just a bull flag pattern on the daily chart, right? So we have bull flag patterns right here. We get the nice rip, the stock moves sideways, we get that nice climb, right? Got that nice rip, the stock moves sideways, get that nice pop and climb. Got that nice rip, nice move sideways, and what happens? The stock gets that nice pop and climb. So that's just a very solid move that we're able to see on VTVT. So it's been a pretty fun day so far. It's been pretty productive and pretty profitable. A lot of it has just been looking for great little bounce areas. I'm not really holding that long, to be honest, because I am having some bigger shares. But a lot of the plays that I am attacking are working out exactly how I want. So that's absolutely great. So we'll see what's going to be coming on up in the near future and see what's going to be coming on up next. But awesome work, awesome job. Enjoy your profits. Coming right up towards around 11 o'clock right now. And as always, let's keep on killing it. So very excited to continue to work with us, work with you guys. And as always, we're here every single day. Tradecaster.com from 7 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. Let's do it, team. Awesome work.